Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. Got the Deltaforce 29 build on the block. This is a twin motor Deltaforce 29. The boat's been having some odd handling characteristics, so I've been like trying to narrow down a couple of those problems. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at it. I'll show you guys what I've done to try to correct some of the issues. It's raining, it's terrible weather right now, so we're not going to be able to make it to the pond. So stick around. Big B with Ironclad RC. Okay, so let's get to it, you guys. I've only taken this boat out about a handful of times, maybe 4 or 5 times total, if that. And every time I've gotten the boat home, the rudder would be loose. It would have some like side-to-side slop in it, because there's 2 connection points that basically hold the rudder blade bracket itself to the base. Okay, it was using these 6 little I guess what, brass screws, I don't know, but there was a screw here, 2 screws here, 2 on the bottom and 1 up front. So I Loctited them, and after each run the rudder would become loose. It would have a lot of slop in it. So I'm kind of thinking that was maybe one of my issues with the boat wanting to oversteer, which it actually did a lot better. It wouldn't like whip out in a turn left or right when I had the counter rotating props on, okay, but it would actually oversteer, and it was kind of driving me crazy. I was in a straight and it whipped out again with the counter rotating props. So what I've done is I through drilled these 2 screws right here. I put some long screws in there and tightened it up really good. Okay, did the same thing up front right here. I drilled the threads out and put a long nut and bolt on. Okay, that's actually kind of good. If I were to break one of these, if the rudder were to break loose from the bracket right there with these short screws in, I basically wouldn't be able to get the screws out. So this is actually a better idea. Okay. Also, when I was doing this and I tightened everything down with the nuts and bolts, I was looking at the boat from the transom here, and you guys can see it's got, my rudder it's kind of angled. Okay, it's kind of angled there. You guys see that? So what I'm going to do is work on this base right here. This is a homemade base, and we are human, we make mistakes. So what I'm going to do is take my rudder off the base, and I'm going to shave a little bit off of this lip right here where this carbon fiber sits. I'm going to shave a little bit off of this side and a little bit off of this side, and maybe that will straighten my rudder up vertically. Okay, because on an RC boat or any boat you want a vertical rudder. Okay, so I'm going to work on that. We've interrupted the regularly scheduled program to bring you guys a real quick mail day. Gary Valone has sent me a little goodie package. Okay, he actually hit me an email the other day, asked if I could use some cooling organization, and I was like, heck yeah, brother, why not? So he sent me a little package, and I'll show you what we got. Okay, thanks for the thought, and thanks for the support, brother. Print these clips out on your 3D printer. I'll have a link in the description so you guys can download the file or however that works. So these are for the Blackjack 42. So if you go to Thingiverse, look up 42, these will pop up. Okay, so he sent some singles, 2 different style singles. He sent some doubles and some triple and a couple of quads. Okay, and they basically snap onto an 8mm outside diameter, 4mm inside diameter large silicone cooling line. Okay, these cooling lines can be picked up from Offshore Electrics, Oxidean Marine, Zipkits. Basically any RC boat supplier will basically have these cooling lines, and I guess you're gonna need a 3D printer. He can't print these because I think it's like a someone else's design, so he can't actually print them for you guys, but you can download the file and print them yourself. Okay, so I think it's pretty cool. Okay, and you may be able to use these on a Sonic Wake V2. I think the Sonic Wake, I'll have to check, I think it has these little post inserts. Okay, and he was saying trying to print like these little posts with a slit in it like this, it's kind of tough, so you may need to actually take an X-Acto saw or an X-Acto knife and slit that so it like clips into this interskeletal system. I'll probably end up using them on some other boats as well, because he sent a bunch of them, and I'll probably just cut these little guys right here off and just use them for organization. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty cool. Thank you very much, Gary. If you guys have something you want to send to the channel, hit me up in the description. Email me, ironcladdedout@gmail.com, and we'll work out shipping arrangements. Back to the regular scheduled programming. Well, harness, so I can run the same, you know, 2 batteries in parallel, run the same voltage to both ESCs, so I don't drain one battery or the other battery while I'm running the boat, because this boat here, one motor is going to pull more amperage than the other motor regardless. So I wanted, what was happening, I was draining one battery quicker than the other battery, because one propeller is in the water more, creating more load, pulling more load on the ESCs, pulling more current from one battery. So I had a few guys mention I need to make a parallel harness. So I actually, this is the harness I had made for my drag boat. Okay, basically I can run a single battery to both ESCs. Okay, I could basically just plug in one battery. All right, so same concept. I want to run both batteries as a single battery. So I actually made this a while back for another boat. I was running parallel batteries to one ESC. So it's got a different connector configuration. So I just wanted to show you guys this, because I'm actually going to make another one and refine it, you know, make it shorter, less connectors. But I'm just showing you guys what I was talking about. So we running 2 batteries in parallel to a single connector. Okay, so that's 14.8 volts parallel. All right, 10,000 milliamp basically. Okay, 10,000 milliamp to both ESC. So it's like we're running a single battery to both speed controls. Okay, like I said, I'm going to refine this. That's way too many connectors. Well, it would work, and I'm probably going to try this out in my next outing with the boat. It's a connector contraption, a connector gum. But I'm going to run it in my next video. But before you guys start typing, just know that I'm going to refine it. I'm going to make a new connector setup, okay, with 2 connectors here, 2 connectors here, and basically hardwire it. Okay. Minus that, you know what I'm saying? So we'll have a parallel to parallel. I just wanted to show you guys that I figured out how to do it, and those of you who are interested, you know, that's just way too many connectors, a lot of resistance. If I were to run this setup right here, we got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 connectors. So yep, and I'll actually, hopefully I have the time to work on this bracket right here, so I can get that rudder vertical. You know, it's almost there. I just need a little bit more time on it. But yep, I just wanted to kind of update you guys on the Deltaforce. I really didn't have anything going. I actually been working on my paint job on this. Okay, it's turned out pretty good. All right. And so I've been working on the UL 19 as well, waiting on some parts to come in so we can get all this worked out. So I've actually, I cracked my winglet about 4 months ago, and I repaired it. I feathered out the crack, you know, repaired it, painted it yellow, which the yellow didn't really match this yellow. So I sanded all the paint off, okay, and I've actually done some structuralizing. I've actually grinded into the hull itself, feathered it out, and I've laid down like a fillet all the way around the wing right here, carbon fiber, and we're going to take and lay down a piece of carbon fiber 6-ounce twill cloth. Okay, I'm gonna laminate that onto the boat, top and bottom. We're gonna shape it up and then epoxy it, buff it up, so we have a carbon fiber front canard. Okay, I'm not gonna paint it. Actually, the whole reason I'm going through this process is so it's carbon fiber. All right, should give it a pretty cool look. Okay, and we got a Speedmaster Sport 21 short hydroplane strut coming, dual pickup rudder, so we can do away with this blast pickup. All right, we're pretty freaking stoked, pretty excited. So yeah, I've been working on that. Zero it out. All right, so it's reading 0.0, 0.5, 0.15. This thing's so freaking sensitive. 0.10, 0.15. So I'll put it on my rudder. 10, 15. It's about the same. Hopefully you guys can see it. 10, 10. Yep, hold it 10, 10, 15. So that's good. That's vertical. Okay. It's kind of an optical illusion for you guys because you're having to look at it 2D. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll try that out. I didn't film it because it's a custom block, you know, and nobody else really has it. So I'll just kind of explain what I did. Like I said, I took some off here, but I still have. You guys see that? I'm not even moving it that much. Like, that's not a lot of pressure. You see how much slop it's got? I don't even think I like that. So what I was thinking about doing for that slop, I've got some of these plastic shims. I think Mr. Yak sent me, or I can't remember who sent me these, but I was thinking about cutting them, you know, to fit in there tight. Maybe one here and one right here, through drilling it, putting a bolt here, a bolt through here with a nut on the bottom, and that might kind of give it some rigidity, and or cutting a piece of aluminum. This is just for reference. Cutting a piece of aluminum and putting it in there, you know, and then through bolting the, you know, aluminum, 2 screws here and there, and that might give it some structure, because I think it's flexing on this carbon fiber right here. You know, it's like stout right here and it goes back to nothing. So if you guys are thinking about getting this rudder, you know, I would give it some thought before you get it, you know, because it does have some play, and it's not so much in the pin area or the rudder blade. I just tightened it up. I thought it was in the rudder blade, but it's like an optical illusion, man. It's really driving me nuts with this fat wide rudder right here, you know. Underway, that thing's gonna be flopping around, you know what I'm saying? If it was a wedge style rudder with a fat trailing edge to a skinny leading edge, it might not be so bad, but it's a knife blade, and it needs to be freaking like ironclad, you know. So I'm gonna think about that, work on that. I appreciate you guys watching. I really didn't realize the video, or didn't mean the video to be this long. It was just supposed to be a quick update. I got that package and all that. So yep, we'll see you guys next time. Big B with Ironclad RC. Tinker, test, and tune everything.